Hey, what's up with you? So listen, I heard that you like wine videos, especially wine recipes, so that's why you clicked on this video, right? That's what I thought. Anyways, today we're gonna make a wine recipe. It's gonna be cinnamon apple. And if you're interested in that, then hang out and stay tuned. We're going to be using the frozen juice concentrate. And I've got my cinnamon sticks here and a little bit of allspice and all of the stuff. So let's do it. So you guys already know that we are going to be using frozen juice concentrate, and we're going to be using cinnamon sticks, which I have here, and some allspice. We got our bucket, water, sugar, all the fun stuff we're going to need to make this recipe. One thing I want to point out before we get started is, of course, you guys know, clean your shit. Make sure it's sanitized. Ta-da! Next, the Old Orchard frozen juice concentrate. I couldn't find a lot of them, so I had to get the store brand. But this actually has malic acid in the ingredients. And malic acid is really good for apple wines. So if you can find this, the Old Orchard brand, get that one. But for a 1 gallon recipe, we're just gonna need 4 cans of this wonderful frozen juice concentrate. Make sure this is room temperature, ready to go, and we're just gonna, dump it in our bucket here. So we're gonna do that with all 4 cans. So we're going to open this up, put some yeast nutrient. We need just like 1 teaspoon. So we're going to get that out of the bag. Just like baking, you kind of want to be a little bit precise with that. All right, we got that out of the way. Next, we're going to need some acid blend. So if you do have malic acid, go ahead and add that one instead, but I don't have it, so I'm going to need a teaspoon of malic or acid blend, which basically is a blend of different acids, malic acid and tartaric acid, things like that, citric acid. So we're good. Next thing we're gonna need here is some tannin. Now, tannin only requires about 1/4 a teaspoon. So not very much at all. Oh, I'm making a mess. All right, 1/4 a teaspoon, drop it in. It's a 1 gallon kit, but we are going to need 1 camden tablet crushed in the 1 gallon bucket. So you guys know that you can take whatever you have. I'm gonna use like a little lemon thing and just crush it up nice and fine like a pill, and then dump it in the bucket. Get rid of the cellophane, we don't need that. We have our ingredients in here. What we're gonna do is stir that up really quick. I got a giant spoon for a little bucket. So stir everything up, make sure it's nice and mixed in there correctly. By the way, drink your drinks while you have them. Everything mixed together, so make sure you're doing a good job at getting all that cohesiveness together. Okay. At this point, I'm just going to go ahead and start with 1 cup of sugar to start with and mix it in our wine here, or mead, whatever you want to call it, if you want to be all that fancy about it. Make sure you're getting that all mixed up together really good. I really thought that I would do like a little bit of garnishing with this. I haven't seen too many people add extra apples to it besides just that 4 cans of concentrate. So I'm going to add the apples in a brew bag, and I'm going to add the cinnamon sticks and allspice too as well. I think it just gives it a little bit more authenticity when you do add a little bit of apples. Plus, Mine were sitting on the counter and they started to go bad, so it was either throw them away or make some use out of them. So I would rather be useful, make something out of them, than just throw them away. Okay, next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some of this water. Just a little bit though. Not all of this entire gallon, because I still have to add those apples and the cinnamon sticks. I've cut up probably like 4 apples. I think it was 4 or 5 apples, not like an entire like freaking bunch of them, just enough. All right, so I'm just gonna keep stirring this up, getting everything the way I like it. Okay, so everything is pretty mixed up. What I'm gonna do is take a gravity test, a specific gravity test really quick. Don't mind me, my beaker got broken, so I have to use my little tester thingy. Okay, so I'm gonna use the Poor Man's Wine Thief, which I got that from somebody and I thought it was hilarious, so I had to reuse it. Poor Man's Wine Thief turkey baster, but turkey baster does a good job, so no shame to my game, that's for sure. Okay, so I just want to check what our specific gravity is. I'm getting table wine. Okay, so I'm a little bit past the 1.100, which is right here, and it's on the 80, almost 70, so it's like really at potential 10% alcohol volume, which is, you know, it's a nice little drinking wine. So I'm pretty good with the sugar. I'm happy with that. I don't think I want to add any more. So I'm just going to put this back in the bucket because everything I have here is disinfected. I don't want to waste any of this good juice. It's time for the fun part. Let's add all these apples to our brew bag and some cinnamon sticks. First, I'll probably just throw in the cinnamon sticks. The reason why I'm putting these in the brew bag is because they're going to get soaked up and start breaking apart and this and that. And I just feel like this is probably easier to control the situation. I guess that's what we're going to call it. Maybe, I love cinnamon. Okay. I think maybe like 3 sticks will probably be good enough because we're going to add some allspice to this too. That smells so good. I put like 2 tablespoons, okay? 2 tablespoons, 2 to 3 tablespoons. I think that's good. You don't want it like too spicy, you know? Still want to have that apple aroma, but just enough of that cinnamon that you can taste it. So I'm just putting all these finely chopped apples in this brew bag. Okay, here's a brew bag tied up. We're gonna dunk it in here, see how much room it takes. Okay, not too much. So we can add some more water. Okay friends, sorry, I had to clean up after myself. Once you have that brew bag in there, you know, give it a good shove down there, get a lot of that air out of it. Mix it one more good time. You know, you want everything mixed as good as you freaking possibly can. We want everything to be cohesive. I love that word, cohesive. I'm gonna give you guys a look and see. This is kind of, you know, the idea for you guys that you can see what I'm talking about is I want to have a nice pretty garnish. So you've got your cinnamon sticks and the allspice and the apples floating in the apple juice. I just feel like it just gives it that little touch that it needs, a little garnish, a little prettiness. I mean, obviously it's not pretty once it, you know, breaks down and gets into a mush and everything, but for now, we're going to have good feelings about this while it brews. Okay, so we made it this far, but this is not the last thing. We're going to close this up and let it sit, okay, for 24 to 48 hours. We're gonna come back and that's when we're gonna add 2 teaspoons of peptic enzyme and then 1/4 a packet of the lalvin the lalvin 118 yeast. I guess that's what it's called. When you put that in, okay, you're gonna do another stir with peptic enzyme. But when it comes to the yeast, just sprinkle it on top, nice and pretty. And then you're gonna close it up, your lid, put your airlock on. Airlock needs to be disinfected as well. Water in it, let it go. Let the fermentation roll, right? Okay, so this is all we're gonna have to do for today. If I have time to film the peptic enzyme and the yeast, I will. Because I know you guys just love seeing my face, right? So yeah, that's it. Ta-da! Now we wait for 24 to 48 hours. So thank you all for being here with me today. Thank you for watching this video. You guys know I enjoy you coming here and seeing these and interacting with me. You guys have some really good advice, which thank you for the comments. Thank you for the advice in the comments. And thank you for subscribing. If you did. If you didn't, you still have a chance. Like, you can still do it. Right? Like, just do it. As always, cheers to you and happy brewing.